Alright. This is the Dirt Couch Podcast.
Take one.
Take one of
Am I working?
Yes, your microphone is working. Please stop. What are you doing? We're gonna be SCPing on each other.
I think you should definitely restart that.
Instead of like talking to the audience, it should be like
SCPs.
talking to a
Rage.
audience doesn't exist.
Rage.
So, fellas, what is wrong with Rage?
No, he just kept interrupting you.
Sorry.
Okay,
I
no,
didn't notice.
restart it all because those you just
So, fellas,
because you literally you're saying it in just a monotone voice and that's not cool.
so fellas,
No, but I
we
meant-
are,
Hello, Jack.
we have SCP concepts that we took a week.
Yeah.
That I took a week
that
to
we
make.
we all took a
Yeah.
week to do. Yeah.
Rage took about 3 minutes to make his, and Cameron took about,
Hey,
like,
I took the
maybe
time.
not the
I
same
just didn't
time.
write it down. Okay.
yeah.
I had mine for like
You're right.
3 months. So I was prepared even before
Rage.
this even existed.
Mhm.
Rage.
Facts.
I'm tempted to just let you go first and just get it out of the way.
No.
Well, let's just all say the name of our SCP.
Okay. Let's go in order. So Rage, you go first.
I have the
Just say the name.
I have the radioactive Thneed and the mutated Mort.
Of course you do. I have Little Caesar.
Oh god. I have I might butcher how to pronounce this word because it's Latin. Stipula.
You made it.
It's Latin, okay?
Nice
Bro, that would be
Pretty epic.
funny.
sounding. Okay, Rage, you go
No,
first.
no, I'm not going to go first.
I think Jack should go first.
No, you have to.
No, I think Jack should go first.
Oh, I
Two
want
against
to go
one.
last. Oh, I want to
Nope.
go last.
Nope.
Fine. Okay. This SCP is SCP-6104. Name Little Caesar. Class Euclid. This SCP is a short, pale humanoid creature closely resembling the Little Caesar's mascot, Little Caesar himself. It appears to have no genitalia and doesn't speak anything besides the occasional pizza.
Why does the genitalia matter?
Because it is not human. Therefore, it is creepy.
How does it mate?
It carries a weapon, a spear of some sorts, and becomes extremely hostile if it is taken from him. It appears to not understand English, but it does understand understand and respond quite well to old Roman Latin languages and such. This SCP was found in the back room of an abandoned Little Caesars store.
The back room.
It was found eating multiple pizzas at the same time.
No.
It appears to prefer the extra most bestest pizza over anything else. The store he was found in is currently being searched and wiped clean in hope of evidence on how this creature came to be. Okay, let's... No, there's a lot more, but let's just give a brief description of the SCP first and then continue with the next one. And then we'll go back around and explain the abilities and such.
Okay.
So we keep people invested.
Just explain what it is, not what it does.
Yeah,
Okay. So
like what it looks like, where it's from.
I'll
such-
go because we gotta save the
such.
best for last. Okay, so mine, Stipula. It's gonna be really basic. It's a flashlight. It's an old 1960s metal flashlight.
Bruh.
Metal flashlight.
Yeah, I know, pretty epic.
Tell us when you need it, that's it.
I mean, that's all I can say. Until I
That's all
get
you
to the
can say.
ability, until I get to the ability part.
Okay,
Okay.
the radioactive
I'm
Thneed.
interested in the need.
It
though.
was the radioactive Thneed came into existence. You know when all the Thneed trees got cut down, right? And all the animals and the Lorax is walking away.
Uh-huh.
He had to take a depressed crap, and then he pooped out the radioactive sneak because he was so depressed of all the trees getting cut down.
Uh-huh.
The Lorex did?
Yeah, and then the Onceler's stepbrother found it, and then he took it to the town of Greedville. Man, yeah, that's all I can tell you for right now.
I thought the town was called Thneedville.
No, but it's his stepbrother's town, Greedville.
Neighboring city.
Yeah. And I guess the radioactive mort. It's mort infected with the T virus. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Wait, more as in
Rick and Morty?
No,
Rick and Morty
Mort,
or
the monkey or whatever he is.
the Madagascar.
Oh, from Madagascar.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Madagascar. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Little
is
Caesar's ability.
what in the world?
Shh. Shh.
Okay.
Little Caesar's stuff. He turns any room that it sees fit into a pizza shop. Though its version of a pizza shop is more grim than anything you could think of. It somehow brings equipment and tables and supplies for a regular old pizza shop, but it uses human remains to create pizzas. The real scary part is that the remains have been tested, and we found the DNA of almost every single U.S. president, excluding Lincoln, and every single ruler of every country that has ever existed. All except for Roman rulers. Roman rulers seem to be the only ones, and Lincoln, who have no DNA found in this SCP's human remains supply. It is unknown how and why this SCP acquired these remains.
Bruh.
This SCP is monitored constantly through camera and human eyes, yet these equipment and supplies and human remains just appear out of nowhere. Unfortunately, this only occurs within the months of July through December. The rest of the year, this SCP stays in a state of extreme hostility. It massacres any living organism that enters this same room that it chooses for the pizza shop with its epic spear. We have sent in trained warriors with period-appropriate weapons, and they still lost in an instant. We also sent in SWAT teams with guns and such.
It just makes me mad.
But their bullets practically bounced off of its thick, gross, pale skin. We believe this year-round cycle of killing and making and selling pizzas made of human remains has something to do with its historical background. It may be a demon/angel stuck in the body of a deceased Roman emperor that keeps this cycle and makes him near immortal.
That's sus.
Why Lincoln?
'Cause he's cool.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's some.
That
That's
I
some
mean, I have a
creepypasta
couple
stuff.
questions.
You have some questions I can answer?
Yeah. Okay. So you wouldn't by chance have gotten this idea from a place that I don't know. Let's say that you might work at.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
How did this?
Yeah, I've
how-
seen him.
When they check, did they check the president's graves at all and see if there was any remains in them?
Is there grades?
Their
What?
graves. You know, I
Oh,
think
their
they have graves. I think they died,
Yeah. I think.
possibly.
No, they all go to this one island where they live forever.
It's Jeffrey Epstein. It's Jeff Stein's island.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those podcasts. Okay, Cameron, yours.
Online. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Bear with me. I'm winging it a little bit, but I have my idea. Okay.
Do it.
So, SCP-613. Nope. SCP-6131 forgot a number.
There we go.
Nickname Stripula. Threat level safe. Okay. So
Safe.
Mhm.
yeah, SCP
It's safe, bro.
6131 appears to be a normal metal flashlight from around 1960. But anyone
Darn.
who turns this flashlight on, wherever they face it, they will see a tall, human-like shadow with claw-like hands
Bro, it's Goosebumps.
and a white eye.
I swear I read a Goosebumps book. That's the exact same.
No, I did not. R.L. Stein, he stole it from me. Okay, you listen
Oh,
here.
yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Didn't
and
exist in
you can
1960.
you can once a subject turns on the flashlight and flashes out of the wall, they will see the creature, and then when they turn it off, it will still appear there for some time. But if they have the flashlight on long enough, for the rest of their life, they will see this creature staring at them, stalking them from a distance, but it will never interact with them. It'll never get close to them. It'll always be at a distance, and it'll appear at random times
Like a shadow.
for the rest of their life. Except in some extreme circumstances, it has been known to drive people insane, and these people who have been driven insane say that it spoke to them. And that what it said was so horrific that it corrupted their brain and drove it into insanity. Or drove them into insanity. And then in only two circumstances, there's only two ever circumstances where someone had used the flashlight.
No.
What is going on?
Oh crap.
Okay, let's
Brief
get back.
intermission.
I'm sorry. That was funny.
Hey, fellas.
But there was two circumstances where a person had used the flashlight so much, they had kept it on for so long that the
Yeah.
SCP got close to them and actually attacked them, and
Right.
had driven its claw-like fingers into its
Driv?
heart, killing them
Driv?
instantly. Almost instantly.
Driv?
Driven.
Driv?
It driven
It
it.
driv?
It drove its claw-like fingers into their heart, killing
You
them.
backwoods hourglass looking.
But most of the time, it's random who it chooses to speak to and corrupt their minds.
Can you like troll it by clicking the flashlight? Just go.
Well, if you use it too much, it'll kill you,
Why?
Dang.
which it only ever
Because.
happens.
Well,
don't
how
know,
does it
dude.
kill you?
It gets close to you and then stabs you in the heart with its claws.
But like, it can't get close to you if you just keep clicking it.
Well, no. Once you keep the flashlight on for long enough, you'll see it forever. For the rest of your life, you will see it. Not constantly, but it will show up at random times, stalking you. But if you leave it on for too much longer, it will then attack you.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Bro,
Sounds like-
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps, yeah.
Oh no, it sounds like an SCP.
Okay, Rage!
And also, wait, before it's Rage's turn, the name Stipula, which is what I gave it, it just means stalk in Latin.
Stipula.
Because it's just supposed to stalk you unless you anger it.
You did your research!
I did a little bit, I told you. Just a little bit.
Okay, Rage.
My turn now. Yes, Greedville.
What does your radioactive need do?
So,
And
the
Morty.
one slur,
Morty.
his stepbrother's name is the Tom Slur. So the Tom Slur, he's like, he saw Thneedville was thriving on the Thneed, and he saw his radioactive Thneed, and he was like, I could make this into something. So through years and years of research, he made it the radioactive Thneed. smokable, ingestible, every kind of drug you could think of.
And I shoot up my butt.
No. Way more. Way more. Way more.
You said it anyway. Reg.
Well, you know what? Yeah. I
It
forgot
might be
that on my
possible.
list. So,
Only if you're brave enough.
the Tomsler, he started
Only for the bravest of souls.
selling stuff, but and people bought it like crazy, like a lot.
Hmm.
So people bought it so much, and, like put it into their bodies so much, it made them crazy.
Ah.
It made them pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was wrong with your voice?
It made them crazy.
It was crazy.
And then the U.S. government was like, "Yo, it's kind of
The
crazy."
U.S. government of Needville. What state is the Needville in?
It's
I mean,
Greenville.
Breedville.
It's in Texas.
Texas!
Makes sense.
Actually, no, it's in a state with a lot of trees.
Is it in Butt, Texas?
No. It's in Houston, Texas. In an unknown.
No, wouldn't it be in a state with not a lot of trees?
No. Well, now. Because the little guys got all depressed. Yeah.
They took that radioactive poop.
Yeah, sorry. Forgot my lore.
No. The town got real crazy. And then Donald Trump was like, "Hey, we need to build a wall." So none of the crazy people could get out. So,
I like where this is going.
so Trump, in typical Trump fashion, he built a wall around Greenville. And then those people, they stayed crazy for life. And then, no, they were long forgotten, because the government, hit it, unforgotten.
Oh,
Then-
Area 51.
Yeah, but then, yeah, and then the Sneed, it started to leak from the walls. It's
Oh,
It started leaking from the wall. Yeah. No, it was soon captured by the SCP government. Right? The SCP government.
The SCP Foundation.
The SCP Foundation. They got a little leakage from the walls. And they
the
did
SCP government.
they did some
So you're
study.
saying they got a little sample of it from the
Yeah,
walls,
yeah,
and now they're containing it in there.
yeah. They don't know much yet though,
Place.
because they just got a little sample.
What threat level is it, Rach?
Oh, it's crazy throw. It's like
Crazy.
it's like a 5 out of
Keter.
7.
It would be
Keter.
Yeah, sure.
You
That's
didn't
the
do
high-
your
that's the highest
research.
threat level.
There's only 3 levels, Rage.
Yeah,
I know this
that's all
subclass.
people know for now. Radioactive need.
So is that all? Is
Yeah.
that all?
Oh, well, there's more.
Let's do.
No, don't forget about
let's
the
go-
weapon.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this is
Well-
probably on the website somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have a
it's
little more. I have a little more of my SCP like behavior with the other SCPs and stuff, and other like fun facts. So let's go around again and like list some like fun
Okay.
facts or special stuff. Oh wait, I go first. Yeah. So with Mr. Little Caesar, he you know that big concrete baby SCP thing, where it's like you stare at him, you have to stare at him without blinking, or else if you blink, he like cracks your neck.
Nope.
You don't know that one?
Nope.
No, it's like a really popular. It's like when you think of SCP, that's the SCP you think of.
Are you talking about Billy? Bobby? Whatever his name was?
I don't know.
Little peanut dude?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's the one where you have to stare at him constantly. If you blink, you die.
Yeah.
Basically, well, Mr. Little Caesar, he can stare at him without blinking for extremely long periods of time. This renders that SCP no threat to Mr. Little Caesar. He also has a special bond with SCP-458 simply because of them both being related to the Little Caesars chain. Do you
What
want
is
to
that?
know about SCP-458?
Yes. I feel like I have to.
It's a Little Caesars pizza box.
Bruh.
It's his child.
That in the pizza box, like whoever is holding it or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you what pizza you most desire inside of it. Actually, I don't know if it's just pizza. I honestly didn't read much of it.
A woman just pops out.
It's just a Never mind. One more thing. It doesn't appear
Can
to
I do
have
your
any other
research?
connection or special reaction to anyone
Special
else.
reaction.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. I think I did a retarded moment.
You do a lot of those.
Oops. Well, you know that Red Sea object SCP that Oren keeps talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rage, do you know about SCP Red Sea object?
About an
No.
SCP?
No, wait, just say yes.
It's like an
Yeah, I do.
SCP, so I don't have to explain it.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
told him
I
about it.
that's- yeah.
I told him about it.
Yeah.
Basically, the Red Sea object is like this thing, this red rock or whatever. When you put it on a mirror or something, it creates another universe, with a portal to the other universe or whatever. But with Mr. Little Caesar, he tries to jump in it whenever he's near it, or whenever it's in like the pizza shop room that he sets up.
Bruh.
So whenever that SCP is in that room, he tries to get in it, no matter what. And he killed 7 employees trying to do it, and he did successfully jump into it. And after several months went past, and the SCP Foundation had to reuse the room that Little Caesar was using as his pizza shop, he suddenly, out of nowhere, reappeared, killed the SCP that was in there, how they reused it, and then just set up his pizza shop again.
The boys are back in town, you could say.
Yeah, so somehow he came back from being inside of the Red Sea object universe.
He had like a wife and kids in that universe. They died they died in the Great War. And he spent his whole life researching how to save them, and then in the end he realized they were gone forever, so then he just went back to his old universe.
Okay, Cameron,
I want a full-length novel on his time in that universe. But I want him to just be like a normal pizza chain owner. Just no powers whatsoever. Just completely normal guy.
Cameron, some fun facts about yours.
Okay, so one super, really, really cool fact about my SCP that I have stored in my brain knowledge that I definitely knew prior to what I'm saying right now is that oh man, it's like I can't get it out of my mouth because how cool it is.
We should have prepared more for this.
So you know that, you know how it's a flashlight, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a thing that technically lives in a flashlight,
if you
sort of.
screw off the top, take the batteries out, and insert
That's
some
the thing.
special
There are
stuff
no batteries
inside.
inside of it.
Family phone.
It's missing batteries.
That's the fun fact.
All
There's
of
no
the
batteries
coils
inside.
and wiring and whatever that goes in the flashlight, it's all there, but there's no batteries inside of it. And if you try to break it or dismantle it and leave it dismantled if you try to leave it dismantled for too long, it'll repair itself and then just fix itself. And if you try to destroy it, you can't. It's as we know of, it is indestructible.
And a snack.
But possibly you could use another SCP to destroy it. But it's not at too much harm because the only harm is if you turn it on. So that's my
What would
fact
happen?
that I had.
What would happen? What do you think would happen if Little Caesar himself, the SCP I made,
Huh?
turned on the flashlight
Well, like for how long? If you just turn it on for a second,
for an epic amount of time?
then well, it depends.
Like
Can Little Caesar's dude die?
I don't know.
Because the
Ask him.
stipula, if you will, what I'm going to refer to the creature as the stipula.
Is it a her?
It has no gender. It's not even a physical
Oh,
thing.
it's trans.
No, it's in between.
Bro.
If it's not like a
Maybe not, that's
physical
the
thing,
gender.
No, it's a
In
guy.
what
He's got a
between.
wife and kids back home.
In between. I'm gonna be in between.
No, it's not even a physical being, but it can interact with physical creatures. It can't interact with anything in the physical world except for living
And how is it
organisms.
stabbing?
I just said except for living organisms. You fick.
I think the stipula, your stipula thing,
Mhm.
would be able to kill Little Caesar
It might.
because
But why would
Little
Little
Caesar-
Caesar turn on the flashlight? He's busy making pizzas, dude.
exactly.
Wait.
So there wouldn't really be
Yeah.
a
There wouldn't be
Cross.
the crossover, epic Fortnite
Guys.
crossover
Crossover.
I
because
just got a notification. Trump's gone missing.
uh-oh.
what?
Trump's gone.
Jack, what have you done?
What?
That explains what the Amber Alert I got earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got an Amber Alert earlier too. That was like
Gary
when
and
we got on the bus for
somewhere.
after the competition.
Just almost dodged them.
It was in Gary, Indiana.
No.
What?
I was trying to not dox what state we live.
What? We live in New York. Albany.
Albany. Is that the only? There's like 2 cities you know in New
I
York,
think
isn't
that's
there?
the capital.
Yes, it is the capital. Sorry, back to SCPs.
Now wait a second. Why isn't the capital of New York the state New York City?
Okay, because why would you want the capital of New York to be New York?
Isn't it? I thought it was.
Because it makes sense.
No, it's not, Rage.
No, it's
It's
Albany.
Albany.
What the heck is that?
I don't know.
You
It's
never
a
heard
state.
of Albany?
There's a city
No,
in
dude.
New York.
It's a city, you retard.
Shut up.
It's the capital. Okay, back to SCP.
That was Chinatown.
Whose turn was it?
Yeah,
Cameron, you
you
were
guys
just
have any
finishing
more
up, right?
questions about SCP-6131? Go ahead and
No, I
ask.
don't.
I have a question. I have a question.
You, the retard one.
Do it, fart, though.
Like I said, it's not a physical being, so no. Sorry to disappoint, but I have something. I have good news.
Is there... Yeah? That was an epic fart game. Why is it raining
That wasn't
in
me.
the game? Go to third person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see it. I've been a third person this whole time.
Okay, I have a question about the stipula.
Also, please cut that out. That joke. Just cut the whole thing
No,
out.
no, you don't cut out on podcasts.
Yeah, you do. You cut that out, please.
No, podcasts are uncut.
No, they're not.
Okay, the stipula, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Is there any way to defend against him, like the process of him stabbing you?
Yeah, just don't turn the flashlight on.
Okay, Rage, you're next.
Or if you do,
Okay.
don't have it on.
Forget about radioactive need. I think I found a new SCP in this Minecraft world while you guys were talking. So
Seriously.
Okay.
I had this
Oh my
quill and book in my inventory, and I'm like, what if I put the N-word in it?
Oh no.
I put the N-word in it, and then I post it, and it's not there anymore.
Oh my god!
Bro, look at it.
It's gone! The book is... Oh,
I put the N-word in it, and it's gone. It's not there.
I can confirm. He titled it SCP, and there's nothing in the book. I can confirm that.
I'd gotta see this. I gotta see this.
And its name is SCP, if you look at the name of it.
Oh my god!
It's
Hey, you're a
SCP.
genius.
Rage, get back on the
All
couch.
it does is just delete the N-word.
That's funny. Alright, so our SCPs, we should choose one to add to the SCP Foundation.
What about SCP?
I already
SCP.
started the process, so I know how it works, so I can guide you or do it myself.
Well,
we need to
I
figure
think,
out-
personally, I think the best SCP out of you two was,
The radioactive Thanid.
if I can't vote for
definitely.
myself, it's gotta obviously be radioactive. I mean, like, Greedville.
Greedville.
That's my favorite
Greedville,
fictional
dude.
city. Screw Gotham. Thanidville.
No, it's Greedville.
I said Greedville.
You said Theedville.
Jeez. I said Greed.
Thanid.
Greed.
But I kind of, like, thought of that in 10 seconds.
No, Rich, that took your entire life was to make the radioactive need. That's your whole purpose in life.
Just the SCP Foundation and just have radioactive need. There is no lore.
There is no lore.
The lore is that there is no lore.
There is no lore here.
It's been
That
here
is the
since
SCP.
existence time.
It deletes lore. Oh, that's actually a great
It's
SCP
lore knows
idea.
no bounds.
There's like an internet bug that goes around that just goes down the lists of the SCP Foundation and slowly but surely deletes all of the freaking SCP lore.
What if there was an
People's lives
how about
away.
an SCP that just deletes all knowledge of itself? So if you try to write about it, it'll just delete everything, and then the SCP
Does the
name will just be
SCP Foundation have
unknown.
like a main villain?
Everything would just be unknown.
Not really.
No, wait.
The
The
main villain.
SCP Foundation's goal is to secure, contain, protect.
Yeah, but what if there's an SCP that wants to kill, unprotect, and uncontain?
You mean really?
SCP, more
you
like
mean
PCS.
any sort of SCP that's dangerous.
The opposing company.
Well,
PCS.
I'm pretty sure all of, if not, probably most of, if not all of the SCPs want to get out of captivity.
Yeah, they're like the
I mean,
American
that's kind of the whole point of
prison
the
system.
game, is that they escape and cause havoc.
Yeah.
And you're going around like
The game.
Who's
There's
the
a game.
villain
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
thinking
game?
of the one that Markiplier played.
Outbreak or just I don't remember.
Who's the
I don't
main
remember what
villain
it's
in the games?
The SCPs.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Wait, it ain't no Resident Evil game.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's like some kind of Gmod type
SCP
game.
Chris.
SCP, your
SCP
mom.
Nemesis.
It's
SCP Nikolai.
its power is it can punch rocks.
Alright, so are we done with this SCP topic?
None.
Oh.
I have a conversation starter.
Okay. Starter at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
No, this is well from being over. We're not done yet.
No, I mean, like, we should have done this first. And then let into the
No.
SCPs.
No. So, conversation starter.
Okay.
You shouldn't just say it.
Why
Okay,
do gay
fine.
people
Oh, God.
Why do gay people exist? Like, think about it.
I think it's God's failed attempt to stop overpopulation.
Okay.
No, like if you think about it from a scientific standpoint.
Hold up. Before we continue this conversation, we are getting into some dangerous territory.
If you're gay, please
That's
leave.
the point. The only way to make a difference in the internet is to be funny.
But we're getting into topics that like.
No, it's only if you think it's
Okay.
But like,
I'll stay over here.
Cameron, what you need
We're
to
just ahead
do,
of the curve.
Cameron, what you need to do
Mm-hmm.
is treat this conversation as like a serious conversation. So as I was saying, from a scientific standpoint, why do gay people exist?
Because their brain says, "Hey, I like this person, not that."
Hey, I like
Yes, but
Lizzie.
Because
when
their
we
brain
evolved,
is different. I
because
I
when
don't
we
know.
evolved into humans, the primal, all of the instincts and stuff, you know. We need to mate and create offspring.
Nope.
Why is there an ender? Okay,
Hello, turtle.
ignore him. He's just walking. He's just walking to the wall. Anyways,
Nope.
there's
Okay.
another one. Oh my god!
Oh gosh, he's gonna kill me. Ah, gosh.
Got him.
Okay.
That's what I was
our
saying.
guess.
As I was saying, there's no there. You can't create offspring by frickin' a dude if you're a dude.
I mean, that is the correct
So
statement. I
there's no
cannot
like.
argue with that.
So there's no like. There's no like.
Dude, we're gonna evolve,
back in
and there's
the
gonna be a
day
way.
of, like the 10,000 BC.
There's gonna be a way a dude can do.
Where
it
there's the
when we
will,
evolve.
there's the way.
There's gonna be an extra hole.
Okay, well,
Next.
Jack, humans are like, yes, we are. We have evolved over the years, where we, and also because we're what's the word? We have a
Homo
brain and
sapien.
think. My voice.
We're epic.
Or what's that called? We have our brain thinks.
Consciousness. Sentience.
Yeah, that's it. So I think it's just that we've gotten to the point where we're past primal instincts, if you will.
We don't need to populate.
No, not that.
I mean, that's.
But like, I mean, technically, yeah, that's kind of true with overpopulation
We don't need
and all
to
that.
reproduce anymore.
I mean, think of China. But
Well, China shouldn't
well, didn't China ban like having kids for?
Yeah, you can only have like 2 children or something.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that's a good law. Joke.
We make laws.
Doesn't your mom have like
POV.
3?
POV. You were born in China, and your 2 other brothers or sisters say goodbye to you.
Moving on.
Okay, I got a good conversation piece. Okay,
Yeah.
so since we're going with like really what's the word? Not controversial, but like
Topics.
important topics, like serious topics. That's the word I'm looking for. Serious.
Yeah, political.
Yeah, we're going serious topics.
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' favorite color?
Mine's
I'd
gotta
have
be
to
blue.
say red.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it blue for you?
It's appealing to the eye.
If I'm gonna be honest, my favorite color used to be purple, and I was like, oh god, I love purple so much. And then I met Cameron, and he's like, I love purple. And I was like, all right, I'm fine with the red.
I like purple
And now
because
just kind of embrace
that's just
the
like
red.
the typical color for space, and I like space looks epic.
In
Like
third
if you see a
grade,
picture of a galaxy or something.
I liked it because I liked grapes. That was the reason why I liked purple, because grapes were
here,
awesome.
I have a story for you. In third grade,
A
there's this
story?
black dude. He got me to like purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, hey, I like purple, and I was like, hey, no, I like purple. But like, I think he's gay now. He's like,
Okay.
So
Bro,
what
he-
you saying is gonna become of me?
you are gay.
Cameron, you already look gay,
What do you mean?
and you've never had a...
He has no guy friends.
Neither have
Like-
you, Jack.
Cameron, you... Yeah, I have.
No, you never even went on a date.
Yeah, but...
Just talking to a girl doesn't mean anything. Destroying
Anyways.
Jack's whole world right now.
You were going to
So-
life.
I was what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yo, scooch over.
I'm glad we're sitting in silence. Oh,
We're just
actually,
thinking.
something topical because it happened recent. Rage can
Tropical?
so topical. Rage can back me up on this. So, the 21 Pilots Roblox event.
The Roblox virtual
yes,
concert.
Yeah,
sir.
me and Rage watched it.
Yes.
Me and Rage watched it.
It was so
Yeah.
good.
What was it like? Like what?
Bro, we were like
okay, it
Was it
flying
like a
through
video
space
game
and
that you loaded
time.
into?
You start off in like this weird like city, which was like the lobby area, and then there's a board, and you could look at it and see like when the event would start. And then when it does start, there's like a corner right in front of that board, and then the board falls down into that corner area, and then it displays a screen of I can't remember, but then two giant people in the band. I don't know their names.
Two
They
giant
show up,
people in
and
the
one
band.
person's on the drums, the other person's singing, and they're dancing around, and they're like, woo! And then once they finished that song, it went to a screen where there's like 4 TVs, and you could choose which song you went to, so everyone chooses a song, and then it would load that up. And then with every single song, though, there was like a mini game you could do, sort of. Like in the first one, you had to throw paint balloons filled with like paint at certain targets around the map on like buildings and stuff, and then the song they said like paint the town or something like that. And so when they said that, then they would pop up when you throw it, and then every song had its own like mini game like that. Like if you rode there was like these lines you had to write on. As you like you're skateboarding across, you're not on skateboards, you're like riding on these lines across, going around the map. And if you riding on the one that lit up, a little bar would charge up, and when that bar would charge up, you would start flying. Yeah, it was stuff like that. And it was just the whole time. It's just two giant people in the band, just one playing the drums, the other one probably usually on guitar, like piano, or had a mic and was singing. And then you were just there watching it.
One of them looked like Fortnite Thailand.
Yeah, one looked like Ninja. But there was one part where, you know the song Heathens?
No.
Suicide
The one
Squad
from
song.
the Joker movie.
Suicide Squad.
I didn't watch that.
Okay, you know the song, but whatever. They were singing that, and they were like in this, I don't know, it was like looked like a garage or something. And there was this that little mini game event. I don't understand how it works, but when you bar filled up, you could
So cursed.
you could grow. You can make your character grow as you filled up your bar. And so there was these red like crates, and if you went inside of a crate that was tilted on its side and you grew, the crate would float up in the air. And so I did that.
Flying.
I floated up in the air, and then I got into the on the ceiling there was like wood bars going across, right? And I got on top of those and was just hanging up there for the whole song by glitching myself in a box and making it fly.
The event was fire.
But it was
You
amazing.
got kicked from the 21 Pilots concert
I hated
for hacking.
every song except for one.
Oh, and he's like, "Yeah, Roblox, put your hands up."
Yo, yeah, Kevin Jackson, like, thank you, Roblox, for having me.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Robloxians. They should have got on Row Citizens.
Dude, they were at the end. He was like, he said something about thanks for having us. Maybe we could do this again, or something. We can come back and do this again.
Roblox,
And
put your hands in the air.
Gosh, that would have been fun.
It's great. I wonder if they
Some
still
funny
have it.
stuff.
You could go play it if it's still going on. Probably not, but because
Bro, I can't wait to see
love
freaking. I can't wait to see freaking Slayer in Minecraft.
What?
Red in blood. And then it just starts raining blood in Minecraft.
Like Roblox.
one of
Thanks for
our
having us
next
here.
is gonna have not live concerts, virtual concerts.
Like Fortnite.
What'd you say?
Because now we've had Roblox and Fortnite. What's next?
Battlefront 2 is gonna have the
Minecraft.
concert
Battlefront 2.
in the Mos Eisley area. This is gonna be the band playing.
Dead by Daylight. They're gonna have freaking.
Legion
They're
on the
gonna have
guitar.
the Impractical Jokers on Dead by Daylight, standing in for Imagine Dragons again. But that would be kind of funny if, like, the Impractical Jokers started doing their impractical jokes on.
Bro, they
video
became
games.
they became a survivor.
Now, Q, I want you to go up to the killer. Go right behind him. Yeah,
Tap him on the shoulder.
DVD is gonna have the next
virtual
freaking
concert.
concert.
Gosh.
I just want to be sitting
Dang,
there.
it's been 51 minutes.
Oh, dang.
It's been
It's been about an hour. This does not feel like it has been an hour.
Ow! My phone just fell on my shoulder.
Why would?
I was sitting on the floor. My phone was behind me on the bed and it just fell on my shoulder.
Why are you sitting on the floor?
Because technical difficulties. Okay, my headset died and I have it plugged in right now. So I gotta sit on
His
the
head's
floor.
just halfway through the wall.
Bro, on the bus ride back from the competition, the marching band competition, I was falling asleep, and Jay took a picture of me, and it looks really cringe. But also, I was sitting next to Tyler, and I woke up and he told me I kissed you on the cheek while you were sleeping, and Jay recorded it.
Did you watch it?
He didn't send me the video. But if I find access to the video, I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh my god! I can't believe he did that. Whoa, wow. That's funny.
I also have a picture of it. God, it looks so retarded.
Wait,
My stupid.
send it to the group chat and post it up on the screen.
Well, send a picture to the group chat. That's what I did on my SGP document, and I got bored immediately.
This is an embarrassing photo.
Radioactive. You did it on your Chromebook?
Yeah.
On Google
I wrote
Docs.
radioactive need and got bored immediately.
That's some great work there, Rage.
I'm good at acting, improvising.
Improvising. Weren't you in jazz band?
I was.
You like jazz?
Was. I like jazz.
Let's talk about the B movie.
Yeah, let's talk about the B movie. I think it was decent.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I thought you were about to stop
As
it. You haven't
intercourse
seen
with human woman. I would think about that.
a B.
Base or cringe?
That's what we'll talk about in the next episode. Just a full episode on that.
We'll need to rewatch the movie, watch it together. It's probably on the
Oh my god.
the messenger.
Yeah. What was it? Messenger watch party.
We'll watch the B movie.
Okay.
So what should we talk about next?
I mean, we're at like 50-something minutes. I think that's a decent place to stop.
One last thing. Whose SCP is the greatest? Whose SCP shall become
I would say mine, but I
champion?
didn't put much work into it, but I feel like if I put work into it, it'd be pretty cool. But I didn't.
I feel like
We should all contribute a paragraph.
You know what I'm saying?
let's just combine
Using
all
MLA
of them together.
format.
So Little Caesars, man, with a flashlight that can make a
Radioactive
make a
poop.
radioactive need covered
And his
shadow
sidekick
man.
is radioactive Mort.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mort
that
is
is
the
the
wielder
perfect SCP.
of the need.
Alright. Is that the
I
I'm
burped
gonna
one second,
I was
interrupt
get
talking-
back on Minecraft so I can make sure.
I was talking when you said that, so I was having you re-say it since I interrupted you.
Oh, did I accidentally leave the
Oh, you ended the
See.
stream too since you left.
No, I didn't.
Hey, well,
No, it's still going.
Oh,
Isn't there gonna be
said
like gameplay in the background or something?
No, I turned the audio all the way down.
No.
But for those moments where like I set you on fire and that Enderman came up, I'm probably gonna like
You should keep those in.
put the gameplay on screen.
Wait,
And
we
be
would
like,
probably keep
look
it
at this
where we're all
funny-
here, but you just move around because you have ADHD and can't sit still.
Your Minecraft character's ADHD. Wait a minute.
Hands
Wait a
off
minute,
the
guys, I just
controller.
realized something. Guys, I just realized something.
What? What do you realize?
When I upload this video, it will be officially longer than Oh Hey Brian's longest video.
Okay.
Well, a round of applause for whoever that is.
It's our friend.
Oren. He has like a 51-minute video. Once I upload this one, I will be the true champion. We
Remember, you can't upload this before the trailer.
Yeah, I know that. Let's make some funny
do the
laughter
trailer
moments
now.
for the trailer. Everybody just start laughing in 3, 2,
We don't want it to sound fake.
action.
Ah, 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 ah. Bro, get Freddy's laughing at us.
But Freddy's laugh. That would be funny. And put freaking. Catch the smoke, you don't. Want the smoke, you don't.
Racism? You mean code names?
Cameron, I stole that meme of yours and posted it on Instagram and got a couple likes.
Those are
Like my
likes
most
that
liked
I,
Instagram
because I stole that
post.
meme before you did.
Where'd you steal it
Do you have an
from?
Instagram?
Some YouTubers.
Oh,
That's great.
Rage, what'd you say?
Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, I post funny stuff.
Dude, now we
What is it?
you need to make a channel that's just dedicated to Meninda's or like Sped Squad behind the scenes.
Sped moment.
Oh gosh, sped moments.
Or just have like a series on your channel. Just
Sped
behind the
moment.
scenes
We've
of
gone too
Sped.
far.
Rage,
you know that
Rage a
Morgs-
couple days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Twice.
I don't get it.
He said it twice.
What did he do?
Remember what he said?
Oh, oh
Dude.
yeah.
No, I didn't.
That was good.
What are you talking about?
You said it. You said it once when we begged you, and then you just said it on your own. Your own
Yeah.
free will.
We gave you official permission, and you're like, okay, fine.
I don't think
I'll
we're the
do
ones
it.
that give him permission, but yeah.
I did.
No,
I
I'm
can do that
not.
because my last name.
I don't think that's how that works.
Bro, one of my friends, he says
Hey,
he's 1% African.
Orange dad is
He thinks he
black.
can say it, dude.
Do you say it in school?
See, my ancestors used
sometimes.
to take slaves from Africa, so I mean, like, I can say it, right?
Yeah, my ancestors used to say it. Get your back down the field.
See, as soon as we stop the podcast, we do something.
I didn't stop it.
Hey guys.
It's still going.
Although, I mean, you're right, though. Like, we record, and then we're all just like... But then when we
Yes,
don't
let's
record,
pretend
we're all
Well,
not
that's
to
over.
go-
Now let's be funny
We
finally.
pretend who's going on.
God, I have to go to the
forget about
bathroom
it.
so bad.
Okay,
Okay, let's do an actual like.
I thought he
like,
ended it, so that's...
ending.
My brain...
No,
Okay.
from now on, I'm just gonna like start it, not tell you, but then.
And then our
like,
audio won't be
not
included,
bad.
and then you'll yell at me again.
Yeah.
Well, we can start
I'll
it,
say-
but we'll just forget it's happening.
Yeah, just next time I start a stream, just forget about it.
Oh, we
need, like,
After
no
you
Men in
include
Black,
your
you know
audio.
those things that they click and then they forget their memories?
Yeah, the freaking
We
memory
need that, so
wipers.
you need to start it and there's click,
Yes.
and then we're like,
Bro,
whoa!
the new
Like, oh, thank God he's not streaming anymore. Let's be funny now.
I found a new SCP.
Another one?
Yeah, his name's
The wooden PP.
Gravity. Look at, I place it down. Oh, it's down there.
His name's Gravity. That's an SCP.
Bro,
Yeah,
he's
right.
here.
So let's do an actual.
Rage, do you?
Let's
Oh, sorry.
actually.
You really want to see gravity in action? Wait until you see this. Hey, stop.
SCP-444 float.
No, I'm holding it up.
Atlas be like
Who's Atlas?
The big
the guy
burly
who
man
holds
hold
up
up
the road.
wood
Oh,
block.
yeah.
I like how you blocked
yeah.
all the entrances so nothing can get to us, but there's a hole in the ceiling.
And then it just teleported in.
Oh wait, I have. Bam.
We'll fix this on the floor then.
No, dude.
Oh.
It's part of the DirtCouchPodcast.
Okay, let's actually like sign off now.
Okay.
This has been the Dirt Couch Podcast. Was there an Enderman? Did somebody just raid Rage's room?
Maybe. Hey, this is
let's
Rage
do
Wizard
this
signing
quickly.
off.
Hey, this is me signing off. Okay, this has been the
Sign
Dirt
off,
Couch
Dan.
Podcast. Come back next time and have a seat on the Dirt Couch.
That was so enthusiastic.
I liked it.
Come back next time and have a seat on the Dirt
Yeah, no, that
Geese now?
was a good ending.
Ow. You took away half my health!
Yeah, I got a strong punch.
No, that was with your sword. Jesus.
Oh,
Come on, bruh.
Hey,
great!
we need to place the camera down. Here, I'll open the door for you.
How you doing, ma'am? Okay. I don't know why
Did you
I
just set
sounded
a
like
blaze?
Forrest Gump.
I-
Okay.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
need to
end
push
it
the
now.
video.